Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of this nice little coding tutorial series. In this episode, we'll be talking about the different software choices that you have when coding. So there are two main software choices, and you have Visual Studio Code, which is this one on the left, and VEXcode, which is this one on the right. Now, if you don't want to hear about the different pros and cons of the different softwares, and you just want my personal opinion in that Visual Studio Code is the better software. And if you want to just download it without hearing about the different pros and cons, you can skip ahead to 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Alright, for those of you who stuck around, we're going to talk a little bit about the pros and cons and the differences between these two softwares. Alright, so first up you have VEXcode V5. Now, it has two pros, one of which being that it is available on many platforms. If we pull up the download page for VEXcode, you can see that you can use it in the browser, you can use it on Windows, Mac, Chromebooks, iPads, the Google Play Store, and the Amazon App Store, which basically covers any possible device that you could want to program on. Now the other pro is that it's simpler, it's a bit less, there's less features, which means that it's maybe a bit less overwhelming for beginners, but also it having less features is also a con, because as you can imagine, less features means less you can do with it. And the other thing is that there's just less quality of life changes. VEXcode is made by Vex, and the other coding software, Visual Studio Code, is a professional coding software used by professional programmers, so it's a bit nicer, it's a bit made more for coding. So now we're going to move on to Visual Studio Code, and its pros, some of which I just talked about. It's used by professional programmers, people whose full-time jobs to program use this software. It allows for the use of Prose. Prose is a alternate Vex operating system, which, if I remember correctly, was made by the Purdue University College Robotics team. They made it, and anyone can use it. It's open source, and it allows you to do extra things that you couldn't do with just normal Vex operating system. And the spot where Visual Studio Code really shines is that it has a large number of extensions. There's lots of different, there's a big extension library because, again, it's used by professional programmers. Let's say you want to collaborate with people in real time. There's an extension called LiveShare, which lets you do that. There's obviously a whole bunch of different themes, and there's even little extensions for the different programming languages. So, for example, I have some C++ extensions downloaded just to make my life a bit easier. However, Visual Studio Code has one big flaw, which is that it's only available on Windows, Linux, and Mac. And if you don't have Windows, Linux, and Mac, then you can't use Visual Studio Code. Alright, so now we're going to go to the installation process. Both of the websites I'm about to show you, the links will be in the description. So first you have to go to this website right here. Scroll down a bit, and if you just don't want to download it and just want to use the browser version, then you can just use this link. If you want to download it, then just click on whatever platform you're using and just click on the corresponding download button. It's pretty straightforward. So when you first open it up, it's going to default to blocks, but we don't want that. We want words, so you click File, New Text Project, and then click C++, because that's the language we're using. You should get this nice little screen, and then to make it into a competition template, you just got to click File, Open Examples, Templates, Competition template, and then bam, got a nice little competition template. Next up is Visual Studio Code. Again, this link will be in the description, but you go to this website, you click on whichever platform that you're using, go through the little download process. Alright, once you download it and get it opened up, you should be at a screen, looks something like this, and then you click on this little blocks looking thing, and then just type in Vex. You want to download this Vex extension right here, and there'll be a little install button right here. So you install that, and then when you add it, you might as well just download this C++ extension, and if you want to, you can also get the C++ extension pack. And then once you get the Vex thing installed, you'll see this little V appear on the side of your thing. You click that, click New Project. We're using V5, so you click that, you click C++, click Competition Template, give it a nice little name, choose where you want to put it, and click Create. And there we go. Now to open up your code, you click right here. It says sric, then click main.cpp, and bam, you have a nice little competition template. Anyway, that concludes this coding tutorial episode. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you in the next coding tutorial. Bye.